Korea.
Voice of Korea.
This is Voice of Korea.
We begin the English language transmission from Pyongyang, the capital of the Democratic People's Republic of Korea.
Here is the mixed chorus. Song of General Kim Il-sung. Winner President Mail, Chorus, Song of General Kim Jong-il. You're listening to Voice of Korea News Now. Respected Kim Jong-un's famous work, let us step up the building of a thriving country by applying Kim Jong-il's patriotism with the recently brought something booklet by the Alina Way Publishing House in Vladivostok of Russia. The part dealing with the national reunification from this year's New Year address made by respected Kim Jong-un was recently brought on the website of the Puerto Korea Institute of Culture and Friendship and the Ecuadorian Grand Association for Friendship, Culture and Solidarity with the Korean people. Respected Kim Jong-un received a message of greetings from Helena Tsukana, chairman of the Central Committee of the Communist Party of Nippon, United Marxist-Leninists, on the 11th, on the occasion of the 50th anniversary of the great leader Kim Jong-il's start of work at the Central Committee of the Workers' Party of Korea. The message expressed a firm belief that the Workers' Party of Korea would surely attain its ultimate goal under the wise leadership of Kim Jong-un, and the fraternal friendly relations between the two parties would invariably continue. The message wished Kim Jong-un good health and happiness and great success in his noble work for independence and peaceful reunification of the country and final victory of the Korean Revolution. The Indian Committee for Remembering President Kim Il-sung was formed in New Delhi on the 17th. Present at the inaugural ceremony were personages of political parties and organizations of India. The committee decided to hold political and cultural events in praise of the sacred revolutionary life and immortal achievements of the great leader Kim Il-sung on the occasion of the 20th anniversary of his demise. Seminars on the exploits of the great leader Kim Jong-il were recently held in South Africa, Romania, and India on the occasion of the 50th anniversary of his start of work at the Central Committee of the Workers' Party of Korea. Displayed in the venues of the seminars were photographs showing the undying face of the great Kim Jong-il and respected Kim Jong-un, famous works of Kim Jong-il, and other books and photographs introducing the DPRK. Present at the seminars were personages of broader sections and other people in the given countries. Speakers said, tens of year-long history of leadership of the party by His Excellency Kim Jong-il is a precious textbook which should be regarded as a guideline by the world progressive parties aspiring after socialism. They praised that his achievements for the Korean Revolution and the world revolution will be modeled. The Nigerian National Committee for the Study of Kim Il-sungism and Kim Jong-ilism recently posted articles praising the achievements of the great leader Kim Il-sung on its internet homepage on the occasion of the Chinese anniversary of his demise. In the article titled Kim Il-sung, His Benevolent Image, the homepage said it was a fragrance of great personality peculiar to President Kim Il-sung that he took warm care of the people with a parental affection, always beaming all over his face. The benevolent image of President Kim Il-sung, who is not only prominent in ideology and outstanding in leadership, but also has an extraordinary personality of moving all people, will be kept forever in the hearts of many people of the world as the most enduring image, the homepage stressed. The article titled Happy Day of President Kim Il-sung enumerated the facts on the noble virtues of President Kim Il-sung, who found his pleasure on the road of devotion for the people all his life. Foreign friends highly praised the immortal achievements of the great Kim Il-sung and Kim Jong-il in the building of the revolutionary armed forces. So we, daughter of Zhou Baozong, a Chinese relative, Han Tuong, head of the delegation of the General Police Bureau of Vietnam, Nangolo Umbumba, head of the delegation of the First West Africa People's Organization of Namibia, Kengi Jiaogami, Secretary General of the International Institute of the Future Idea, and other foreign friends said, the world progressives highly praised the great President Kim Il-sung, who started the Korean Revolution with arms and made the Korean people the most dignified and proud people as an ever victorious, iron-willed, brilliant commander. They noted that the great Sungun commander Kim Jong-il foiled the suffocation moves of the imperialists and firmly defended against the revolution and regional peace and security with his original Sungun or Army First policy. This stressed that the course of the Sungun Revolution is brilliantly carried forward to completion in Korea today under the vast leadership of His Excellency respected Marshal Kim Jong-un, who is admirably carrying forward and developing the course of the preceding leaders. Overseas Koreans and South Korean people are praising respected Marshal Kim Jong-un as the lodest of reunification. The Vice Chairman of the Central Standing Committee of the General Association of Korean Residents in Japan, the Chairman of the Overseas Headquarters and the European Regional Headquarters of the Pan-National Alliance for Korea's Reunification, the Vice Chairman of the General Association of Koreans in China, the Chairman of the Central Association of Korean Nationals in Russia, and other overseas Koreans praised respected Marshal Kim Jong-un as a peerless patriot and lodest of reunification, who rouses the whole fellow countrymen to the implementation of the June 15th Joint Declaration. South Korean people, including members of the Association of Victims of the National Security Law and Reunification Movement organizations, say the peerless patriot, supreme leader Kim Jong-un is standing in the van of the cause of national reunification today, and stressed that reunification would be surely achieved under his guidance. The state made it to Karas gave performances in Kusong and Sinris cities of North Pyongan province between the 16th and the 22nd. The artists of the Karas forcefully encouraged the workers and other people in the province in their march for great leave for the building of a prosperous nation with revolutionary militant performances on certain occasions during the performance tour. The performances were appreciated by tens of thousands of people, including officials and workers of machine-building industry establishments in Seoul and Kusong cities, and Ryongcheon, Uisu, and Pian counties. and officials, working people, youth and students in the province, cities and counties. The Teachers Union of South Korea held an emergency meeting on the 19th and declared a total struggle in protest against the authorities' suppression. That day, the Seoul Administrative Court made a decision to legalize the Teachers Union, and the Ministry of Education instructed the full-time officials of the union to return to their former jobs and informed it of the suspension of collective bargaining. The organization warned that it would arrange a total struggle such as visit to the Blue House, larger-scale meeting, and solidarity struggle with the international organizations in protest against the follow-up steps. On the other hand, the chiefs of 16 state and provincial branches of the Teachers Union have joined as the chairman is Hang Soo-jin for the legalization of the union. Patrick Smievich, General Secretary of the New Yugoslav Communist Party of Serbia, gave a statement to media on the 16th on the occasion of the 14th anniversary of the historic June the 15th Inter-Korean Joint Declaration. The statement said, "The historic June the 15th Joint Declaration is the most reasonable and realistic way to reunify Korea independently at an early date and achieve peace and stability of the Korean Peninsula and Northeast Asia. The declaration is a valuable portion of the noble patriotic will and wise leadership of the great Kim Jong-il, who regarded national reunification as his lifelong mission," the statement stressed. And that's the end of the news, read by Lee Sang-sin. This is Voice of Korea.
Now here's the song Azaleas, an immortal masterpiece written by the great leader Kim Jong-il in Chuseok 51 or 1962.
for your piano concertos. Releases of Mount Betsu.
Here is the song, We Entrust Our Destiny and Future to Kim Jong-un. He trusts in us, calling us first comrades in arms to share the destiny. He leads us to make the long march of revolution together. We entrust our destiny and future entirely to Kim Jong-un. We will always follow him wholeheartedly with single mind. Please listen to a violin ensemble. Joyful is my mind.
pleasure. The great Kim Jong-il devoted his all to the country's prosperity and the people's happiness. The people's happiness was always his greatest pleasure. On a very cold day in December 3100 or 2011, the great Kim Jong-il visited the amusement park in the Catholic Park. The accompanying officials and employees of the amusement park said they felt regretful for his visit to the park on a very cold day, not on a fine day. With a bright smile on his face, however, he warmly said it is all right for him to come on such a day, but the people would come on a fine day. The leader should come on a cold day, but the people on a fine day. It is really impressive. The great Kim Jong-il visited so many places despite cold weather and rugged costs, so as to provide the Korean people with more wonderful bases for their cultural life. The touching story about his visit to Gyeongnam Pleasure Ground on a brief day of January 1998 or 2009 remains an unforgettable memory of the Korean people. That day, he was still glad of the wonderful construction of the Gyeongnam Pleasure Ground, where he looked round all places for a long time despite cold weather. In the end, he proposed going up to their peak, the height one of Mount Gyeongnam. The accompanying officials were surprised. Over 100 narrow and steep stairs had to be crossed in order to go up to their peak, the summit of Mount Gyeongnam. Moreover, it was very cold and windy, and the stairs were covered with ice. The officials repeatedly requested him not to go up to their peak, but to go back. But he walked ahead of others, saying he could not go back because of the steep stairs, as it was a work to build up better the pleasure ground for the people. The officials were deeply impressed by the noble outlook on the people of the great Kim Jong-il, who regarded all hardships as his pleasure for the people's happiness. Not only the Catholic Park and the Gyeongnam Pleasure Ground, but also Mount Kool, Mount Sangsu, Mount Myeohyang, the Ulin Falls, Mason, and the cultural recreation centers are warmly associated with his devoted efforts to the happiness of the people. One day, the great Kim Jong-il said to officials the menacing fact, I always find my pleasure in the people's happiness. I spare nothing if the people can live happily. It is all for the people's happiness that I give this guidance to army units, factories, and different sectors almost every day. As I spent days and months with my field guidance, I could not have a comfortable sleep even a day. It was all when I have a nap in the car on the road of my field guidance that I have a comfortable night. It represented his warmest love for the people and the spirit of his devoted service to them. Indeed, the life of Kim Jong-il was a great life of devotion, with which he devoted his all to the people, regarding his hardship as pleasure and joy. You've been listening to an account under the title, People's Happiness, Greatest Pleasure. This is Voice of Korea.
now, here's a small orchestra music. He's live.
Unconceal the nature of war provocateurs. June 25th this year is the 64th anniversary of the Korean War, produced by the US imperialists. On the occasion of the anniversary, we inform the world again of some facts disclosing true colors of the US imperialists who triggered off the Korean War. In mid-June 1950, advisor to the U.S. Department of State, John Foster Dulles, visited South Korea as a special envoy of the President of the United States of America and had a secret talk with the South Korean President and Minister of National Defense and said, "This time I've come to South Korea as a special envoy of President Truman to examine the preparations for a northward march we have promoted with all our might and give a view that it would be good to start the northward march immediately if there is no shortcoming." June 25, 1950, when the U.S. imperialists provoked the Korean War, was Sunday. As the secret hidden on the day, the then chief of the American Military Advisors Group, Roberts, said, "We have chosen the 25th, and this explains our prudence. It is a Sunday. It is the Sabbath for both the United States and South Korea, Christian states. No one will believe we have started the war on Sunday. In short, it is to make people believe that we are not the first to open a war." Military action for attack on the north was marked in detail on the map of military strategic plan, military map published by the U.S. Forces Military Map Printing House, which was confiscated at the headquarters of the South Korean Army when the Korean People's Army liberated Seoul, the stronghold of the enemy, 3 days after the start of the war. The plan specifically envisaged prompt occupation of the whole of the northern half of Korea. John Austin, the then American life correspondent to South Korea, wrote, "Never before in our history have we been so nearly prepared at the start of any war as we were at the start of this war." On the early morning of June 25, 1950, the U.S. imperialists and the South Korean People's Army started a surprise attack on the northern half of Korea on all fronts. But before the start of the war, the cunning U.S. imperialists made false documents that North Korea had attacked South Korea first. They were the basic documents to be submitted to the UN Security Council and General Assembly sessions, and the draft resolution to be adopted there, which was prepared beforehand after the drafting group was formed at the U.S. Department of State. Concerning it, John Hickerson, the then Assistant Secretary of State for United Nations Affairs, during a routine hearing at the U.S. Senate Appropriations Committee in June 1951, said, "We knew our plan to take it to the United Nations that North Korea attacked first. The above-mentioned facts clearly show the true colors of the U.S. imperialists as war provocateurs 64 years ago. The Korean people have forget the U.S. imperialists who imposed war disasters upon them in the early 1950s, but sharpened the bayonets of revenge forged with sunken policy." You've been listening to an account under the title, "Unconceal the Nature of War Provocateurs." This is Voice of Korea.
Dear listeners, with this we conclude the English language service of Voice of Korea from the Democratic People's Republic of Korea. Voice of Korea presents its English language service for Southeast Asia between 5 and 6 hours UTC on 13,650 kHz and 15,105 kHz, and between 10 and 11 hours UTC on 11,735 kHz and 13,650 kHz. For Middle East and Northern Africa between 16 and 17 hours UTC on 9,890 kHz and 11,645 kHz, and between 19 and 20 hours UTC on 9,875 kHz and 11,635 kHz. For Southern Africa between 19 and 20 hours UTC on 7,210 kHz and 11,910 kHz. And for Central and South Americas between 4 and 5 hours UTC on 11,735 kHz, 13,760 kHz, and 15,180 kHz. And between 10 and 11 hours UTC on 11,710 kHz and 15,180 kilohertz. Goodbye, this is Pyongyang.
저 멀리 떨어져 계시는 청취자 여러분 안녕하십니까? 지금부터 여러분들을 위한 이 시간 방송을 시작하겠습니다.